what happened? I don't remember. I think I was in my uh, office. Yeah, I think I was. Yeah, I was in my office, and some argument, something happened, and we were all discussing. I don't remember exact what were the words, but I didn't like the environment there, so I just got out. And just below our office, there was a park. So I just got out, came to the park, and sat there. Just to like change the environment. And I was thinking that, oh God, like. Such a toxic thing, and why am I, why is this happening to me, all of that. And always when you think, now when you're not feeling good about yourself, so and then I was so immersed in myself that I didn't see that there was a girl sitting next to me in that park bench. And like she was laughing and she was smiling, and I was wondering that why is she laughing and smiling? Is she laughing at the way I am making faces, or then I just turned at her and I looked and I asked her, "Ki, what happened? Like, am I looking funny or is there something on my face?" She said, "No, no, no. Looking at your reactions, you gave so many reactions, within 5 minutes that it made me laugh." Then, she asked me, "What happened? Why?" So then I thought that if I talk to somebody, then that mood will go away. Na? So I thought, so I was just sharing with her what happened. So she told me, "This is it. For this only you are feeling so much." I said, "Why?" I said, "No, we were all discussing that there is this important day coming. We are going to wear same kind of dress and same kind of footwear." So about the footwear, there was a discussion and an argument happened. So I suggested one kind of footwear, but others didn't agree. I thought that that footwear would look so lovely. So then she said, "Did you look at me properly?" I said, "Why? What happened?" She said, "Just look at me." I looked at her. She didn't have one leg at all. Only then I realized, what was I crying for? What was I feeling bad for one footwear? And here this girl doesn't have a leg, and she's so happy about it. It really struck me. Then I thought, see, Sheila, how silly you are. It's the way you are looking at things. She was looking at me and she was laughing, and
How are
yeah,
you?
yeah. I'm doing
How are you?
great, Priyanka. How are you?
I'm also doing well.
Very good. How was your Diwali?
It was amazing. What about yours?
Yeah, as usual.
What did you do? How did you
Not
celebrate it?
much. We don't burst crackers, so it was a normal, the puja and then distributing sweets, and that's it.
Just simple decoration using candles.
Yeah, yeah, not much, not much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I today I have a topic for you. If you want to discuss, we can continue with topic. Otherwise, we can have random conversation.
It's up to you. I am open to both.
Okay.
There is
So
fine.
are you working professional? Are you working somewhere?
Come again? You're asking me?
So are you working professional?
Yeah, I take classes from home.
Okay. So please tell me, what do you think about women's safety?
Oh, it's a very hot topic nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a lot of, so many incidences happening. Actually, incidences have been happening, but now because of all this media coverage, it is coming to the limelight more. People are getting to know about it more. Even earlier, there were incidences, but because of lack of social media impact, it was not much known to everybody. But it was happening. That is what is my perception. Now, anything that happens is out there, the social media for everybody. So everybody gets to know about it. But it is very, 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 very important that, and I feel that half the thing is in our hands. We need to take all the safety precautions. Something that is not in our hand, that we cannot be responsible for, but at least from our side we need to be doubly sure that, like, we have done our homework properly and all the checking, back checks and everything properly. And what do you call it, you have to be very aware and very vigilant whenever you
And
are,
nowadays there are
uh,
so many application available. We can download any application and we
yes,
can
yes,
share our live location with our family members. If there
correct,
any
correct,
problem, we
correct,
can
yeah, correct,
inform them. Yeah.
correct, correct.
But we always ask something is
Yeah.
happening in society, but we are not in that society. If something is not going to
Yeah, we
happen,
always, yeah, because we feel that we hear it as a news, isn't it? So that's how. But when I was in my job, I had to, because that time we didn't have that much of all these cell phones and all, and I had to travel a lot. So I had to be very, like very vigilant, very aware because I had to do my own bookings by train, flight, and everything, and staying in hotels in different locations in India. Then you need to be very mm, safe, and you have to take care of your safety. That is, see, even though you work for a very good office, everything is like done by people in a very good manner. Still, nothing like you being vigilant and aware, isn't it?
Right, right. And
Because
ma'am, do
sometimes
you
even
check?
a small thing can lead to a big. We don't know. Hmm.
Don't know. To ask you one more question,
Yeah.
how can you
Hmm.
make the outside area around your house safer?
Safe outside. What do you mean by outside area in the sense?
Like you are living in a house, you are
Hmm.
locking your house like before going to sleep. But how
Hmm.
do you take care of your house around? Like, is there any guard or
Oh no, okay, that way you're asking. No,
yeah,
see, as we at least as far as my house is concerned, I am not. My house is not a sprawling bungalow or something that I'll have a guard. But we do have CCTV cameras. We do have cameras, and we have cameras installed in our street also. So we have a what do you call it, residents association, where we all the houses present in the street, all of them, all the house member people are members, and once in a month we meet and we discuss any of these, any issues related to the street or whatever. Huh? And we pay money as deposit, and we have cameras installed not only in every house but also in the road at equal distance. So if something untowards happens, we will get to know, at least we can see, we can watch via the camera.
and if
These
you
are things that are in our hands. Conscious, you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
But again, see, it is not 100% foolproof, because people nowadays, they know how to, dodge the cameras also, because they are pakka criminals. They will know how
right.
to dodge the cameras because that is their occupation. They have been doing it day in, day out. So they know how to handle these cameras and, like how to. So that also is there. We don't know.
We don't know. So
Nothing is 100% foolproof. That's there.
so do you check the back seat before getting into the car?
Every time. Every time.
But people
Not
don't
only
do this.
car. Yeah. Even when I get up in the morning and I open the door, because we are early risers, I open the door. I just don't open the door and barge out. I first see, like I just have a gaze from left to right. Always. That's become my habit. And we have the habit of putting rangoli outside our house. So even if I wake up early, I don't go out very early to put the rangoli, because we don't know what if somebody is lurking around in the side. We won't know. Though there are street lights, everything still. So I wait for some time, at least 5:45 or 6, when there is like little bit of there is the darkness goes. Only then I go out and put the rangoli. These are the precautions that we can take from our side. It's better to be safe than to be sorry.
Okay, so which type of rangoli are you making? Like that colored one, or like you are
No,
making rangoli
on
every
a
day?
daily basis, no, on a daily basis, I don't put a colored rangoli. Only for some festival days, I put a colored rangoli. Otherwise, it is that normal rangoli with that white color one.
Okay. So how do you make that one?
Use a rangoli powder. We use a rangoli powder to make it. It is like a drawing. The drawing is called as rangoli. That's it.
So is it your culture, like making the
Yeah,
everyday
yeah,
rangoli?
yes, yes,
Wow.
yes, yes. It is the
Is
culture.
it
Actually, it is made of rice flour, chawal ka atta, and the logic behind it is that we buy the rice and then we get it grind from the machine outside and make it into a smooth powder, and it is that the ants will come and eat it. So that is the logic behind it. That's why we use that rice powder. It also serves as food for the ants, and it gives a positive vibe to the house. That is the logic behind it.
I didn't know the logic, yeah, but that is true. Like if we are providing food to ants, that is also very good thing, very nice. That is
Yeah. Correct. So for me, that has become, now it's become a ritual for me. So it's like an everyday thing. So if I don't, then I feel that something is missing that day. Luckily, we have a good neighborhood. So people, like our neighbors and the people who live behind us, all of them are very cooperative. So even if there is any problem or any, like any grievance, then we get together, we sit and sort it out. So that way, like it's safe, but still we can never say. That's what I'm saying. No, we can never say.
So how many emergency numbers do you know for the area you live in?
I don't know
Emergency.
by heart. I don't know by heart. I only have it stuck in the desk. So,
Same with
but
me. I also don't remember
yeah,
any.
yeah. Especially when if at all my husband goes out of town, and suppose I have to be alone at home in the night. But generally, it doesn't happen. Very rare case. If that is the case, then I always keep my phone, and and I never lock my phone and keep, so that if anything required, I can always call our neighbor at once if something happens. So.
Let's imagine you are outside. Let's imagine you are at outside and you
Mm,
stuck somewhere. There is nobody, and you want some help. You want to call your husband. You want to
mm,
call somebody in your family. So which
mm,
one
mm.
you call first? Who is the first one?
See, I cannot. I will. What you're asking me? If I'm somewhere outside, in the sense within my city, you're asking me,
Yes, you are
huh?
stuck somewhere. Like you have just one phone, and you stuck somewhere. You don't know where to go, how to go. So you have to call somebody who
Okay.
like relatives or your family member. So whom you call first?
Oh, I will call somebody who's closer, because if I'm calling somebody who's far away, reaching that person to reach me will take time. But of course, I will send multiple rings. But somebody who's closer who can come and attend to me. Suppose
So
if
have
my
you
husband is far off, then there is no point calling my husband. I can call my husband, but I need to call somebody else before that who is like nearer, who can come and help me out than my husband who's sitting a bit far away from me,
yeah,
isn't it?
very logical answer you gave me because whenever I
Yeah.
ask question, people always say I will call my parents. But if your parents are not
Ah, ah,
here, so why you are talking about you are calling only your parents? If you know somebody who is living around, you can
correct,
call them first.
correct.
Then you can call your parents also.
This is because I'm used to it. So like I have traveled, and I have done all of this, so I'm used to it, and my mind works like that now. And I always, whenever I plan or whatever it is, outing or whatever, I think of all the pros and cons. And what if this happens? What if that happens? So we should be prepared, a little bit prepared at least. And you should have presence of mind. More than being prepared, you should have presence of mind. Common
Have
sense and presence. It's mere common sense and presence of mind. That's it.
have you stuck anywhere like this?
Not stuck anywhere, but I have been through some, while traveling, I have faced a lot of hardships, because, you meet different kinds of people who are sometimes, like who are like not really good. So you have to be, it has happened to me maybe 3 4 times. So I always, even if I'm traveling by airplane or even if I'm traveling by train, I always look at the seat and I always look at the people who are next to me, and like try to judge, like at least how they are, what kind of a person, at least by looks, so that if there is something, then where do you go to or who do you go to first, isn't it? And in the night, I don't, if I'm traveling by train, if it's a overnight journey, I don't sleep peacefully, because I'll always be vigilant, that
But
like
in
we don't
the
know. So it's
in
become inbuilt in me now.
Yeah, but in case of youngsters, they are not that much conscious. They usually use their
Yeah,
phone.
correct.
Accident
Yes.
happens with them because
Mm.
they are not that much vigilant.
Yeah, yeah. Young blood na, so
Yeah, true. Okay, ma'am. So in last session you were talking about you are a very good storyteller. If you want to tell any story in this session also, so that would be great.
oh, I'll have to like think. I can't. There are so many that right now I can't think which one to tell. Yeah, I can tell you one small thing. It's not a very big story. Actually, all my stories are incidences, real life incidences, which I convert them into stories, because that's how I look at it. Once, what happened? I don't remember. I think I was in my uh, office. Yeah, I think I was. Yeah, I was in my office, and some argument, something happened, and we were all discussing. I don't remember exact what were the words, but I didn't like the environment there, so I just got out. And just below our office there was a park, so I just got out, came to the park, and sat there, just to like change the environment. And I was thinking that, oh God, like such a toxic thing. And why am I, why is this happening to me? All of that. And always when you think now when you're not feeling good about yourself. So, and then I was so immersed in myself that I didn't see that there was a girl sitting next to me in that park bench. And, she was, she was laughing and she was smiling. And I was wondering that why is she laughing and smiling? Is she laughing at the way I am making faces? Or. Then I just turned at her and I looked and I asked her, "Ki, what happened? Am I looking funny or is there something on my face?" She said, "No, no, no. Looking at your reactions, you gave so many reaction, within 5 minutes that it made me laugh." Then, she asked me, "What happened? Why?" So then I thought that if I talk to somebody, then that mood will go away. Na? So I thought, so I was just sharing with her what happened. So she told me, "This is it. For this only you are feeling so much." I said, "Why?" I said, "No, we were all discussing that there is this important day coming. We are going to wear same kind of dress and same kind of footwear." So about the footwear, there was a discussion and an argument happened. So I suggested one kind of footwear, but others didn't agree. I thought that footwear would look so lovely. So then she said, "Did you look at me properly?" I said, "Why? What happened?" She said, "Just look at me." I looked at her. She didn't have one leg at all. Only then I realized, what was I crying for? What was I feeling bad for one footwear? And here this girl doesn't have a leg, and she's so happy about it. It really stuck me. Then I thought, see, Sheila, how silly you are. It's the way you are looking at things. She was looking at me and she was laughing, and she said, "See, even at least you all can wear footwear. I can't even think of wearing a footwear because even if I wear, I can wear only one because in the other I have to wear my that leg braces." So
And
that
still she
was
is grateful. And still she is
it was
grateful whatever she.
yes, it was an eye opener for me. Like this, I have so many incidences which I have created them into my stepping stones. That oh, if like Anupam Kher's show na, कि अगर ये हो सकता है तो कुछ भी हो सकता है types. So that was a really eye opener.
Right, right, yeah. Like if we should try to be happy in every situation, whatever we
Yeah,
have, grateful for that. And
yeah.
the people learn these things very nicely. Like you told that about that girl, and she learned how to be grateful because she lost her leg, but still she have a lot of things. She has hands, she has eyes, she can see the world.
Yeah, it's the way you look at things, no? Yeah, but that was a time when I was not that wise. So after that, I've traveled now, like it's been years. So I have also matured over the years. But sometimes it happens, when you are not feeling like happy, so your thoughts are clouded. So you don't see the good things also, which you should. But that doesn't happen. That is human tendency. Mhm.
Correct. And how do you remember all the things like these type of
You, I
stories?
can,
Do you write?
I have a good memory, I think. I don't know whether it's good. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad also. Because my students cannot dodge me because I remember everything. So I'll tell them that even if you forget, I'll not forget. Especially anything related to work or academics, I don't forget easily. I remember them. I don't know
Do
how.
you write? Do you write?
So many stories, so many stories.
That is the I think that is the reason you are good at storytelling because when we write, we remember all the things.
Yeah, yeah. I had taken the gist of it and changed it into a story with not the same thing, but I modified it little because when you write, you need to modify it. And the main theme was the same, but I just modified it a little. So it was published in my office magazine. I got the inspiration from my boss. He is was and is a very good writer of both English as well as our native language Tamil. So he used to tell me that you should always, develop certain skills, skills like these so that you are multifaceted. So that's how I got into it.
Okay, so which magazine you are talking about?
It is only our office magazine.
Okay, Office magazine.
Yeah. So we had a magazine which was run by us for the office. And every week we will have a presentation. We have to choose a topic, read, and then present it to the other office members. Then what will happen is we will learn how to speak and how to present. Even
So
our
it,
communication skills and our presentation skills also, it gets developed. So that was the idea behind it.
Mhm. So you are writing this story in Hindi or English because you were a Hindi teacher.
No, Hindi. I have written a few only, but English, yes. English I've been, now I have left in between, but English I've been writing for, I think, since my college days.
Okay. Good to know about this also. Okay. So,
Whenever a thought comes down, that's why I put it down. It must be a fleeting thought. I put it down because later it can be converted into a story. The central plot, it's just a thought. So I put it down, and then later on you have to, keep adding to it and make it into a story. But I believe in only short stories. Why? Because nowadays we don't get the time to read long stories. Even if we have the time, like none of us have that interest of reading a long thing. Even if the content is very long, we try to skip it
and
because
you
our
can start
attention
writing
span is
book
very
also.
small.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
that's a
can
big job. That's a very big job, writing a book. You have to do a lot of research.
uh,
It's a very big job.
okay, yes, you have to do a lot of research, but you have already written so many things, so you can collect that book, collect that
Yeah,
story in
yeah,
a book.
that I can do. A collection of, that, yes, yeah.
You can
Collection
do
of
and you can
very,
publish
very,
it.
very short. I call it micro stories because they're just one pages or maybe two pages.
So you
Yeah.
are also good writer, speaker, and good human being.
There are many, but if I keep telling you stories, then there won't be time also for you
Okay.
because I can't choose between stories. They are so dear to me.
Okay. Anything you want to ask?
Hmm. You tell me now about, have you, like, what is your opinion about women's safety?
Uh, about me, actually, I am just staying at home. But whenever I go out, so I inform my family member where I am and when I will return. And I usually try to connect with somebody. Like I usually go with someone, like with my friends, with my family members. I never
Oh,
go alone outside because I'm not working whenever I go out. So usually
oh.
there are some friends or family members. There is no need to
So then
uh,
what do you like to do the most then? What gives you, like happiness?
these type of sessions, connecting with people. Yeah, so whenever I get free time, so I want to connect with people, and this is my third session today. I had this I'm having with you. I never bored whenever I'm connecting with anybody. This is the one thing I enjoy, and
Yeah,
second thing
that's
is reading book. When I read books, so that time also I enjoy.
nice. What kind of books?
Self-help books. Nowadays I'm
Oh,
reading Atomic Habits. I
yeah,
want to write also, but I don't know how to start, where to start. People suggested me how to write your daily routine, but in daily
yeah,
routine, but I will get. I think I should write some story like you are writing, any
yeah.
incident and particular incident, so that I can improve my
Correct.
grammar, vocabulary, and after some time
You can start with
I will
journaling.
remember.
Journaling your, yeah,
So after some time, I will remember my incident. Like if I
correct,
can write about the Diwali festival, how did I celebrate any specific day or any specific occasion, I can write down.
correct.
But I don't know why I'm not into journaling.
Maybe you don't like writing much.
Maybe I also
Uh,
think.
then you should start writing.
Yeah. But when I start doing something, so I never give up. I if I want to write something, if I want to complete one diary, so I will complete it. But first I want to start. That starting point is difficult for me. If I
Correct.
start,
Yeah,
then
it's
nobody
always,
can
yes,
stop
true,
me.
true, true. Yeah.
This is about
Once you
my
start,
different
then that's it. Always that initial first few steps are very
stuff.
hard. Always, always. Yeah.
And it
Then you
is
should
all it
try.
is also related to my book reading. When I started reading books that time, one tutor sent me a book, a bachelor in Goa. He sent me. Uh,
Mm,
he's a Clapingo tutor. He sent me. He's the author of that book. So I
okay.
started reading that book. I read only two, three chapters, but I realized no, I don't like reading. When I bought new other books, with different books, that time I realized that book was not my cup of tea. That was not my genre. This is my genre, and then I started reading the like self-help books, some
Self-help
stories.
books. Yeah. Even in a
So
new.
now I'm reading. So sometimes we have to find out our genre, our
Correct.
uh,
Correct.
interest. That is important.
Correct. Yeah. And all said and done, to be practical, books are also costly. So we need to plan and buy the books which we will read instead of just buying and keeping it, paying
That is
for it and
why
keeping it. Yeah,
that is
true.
why nowadays I'm listening to audiobook, then new book. For buying it, I read audiobook on YouTube. Like even I get half of the audio, but I get to know like which I will get in that book. What are
Um,
the things in that book, so that I if I feel interest, so I bought. Otherwise, I don't.
mm, correct. And then you should, write, if you read, like you're reading some self-help books, you can write down the gist of it, the points that you liked,
I'm
write
doing
it
that.
down and keep. Yeah, correct.
Even like I'm reading 10 pages, only 10 pages. So that time also I try to write down few lines from
Yeah.
that those pages, so that I can use in my coming sessions, and I can try to create content around that particular pages.
Mm, correct.
Okay,
Correct.
ma'am. I think
I like
now we
writing, so I don't mind. I'm used to writing. So, like,
any
yeah,
other
Priyanka.
hobby? Any other hobby do you have?
Hobby, no. I'm liking what I'm doing now, so I don't. As far as my perception goes, I believe that just to keep yourself, like out of your work, you look for a hobby, But for me, my work is like a hobby because I enjoy it. So I don't find the, like the necessity to separately pursue a hobby. Plus the household work, which I enjoy. So
Okay, then thank you so much, ma'am. Again, it was
bye.
really connecting with you. We will connect again with different topics.
Sure,
Thank you so much.
sure, sure. Bye, Priyanka, and all the very best. Bye.